How much of the territory is yours? All of this is yours, but so they're technically in your spot right now.
Right.
Okay, and then
as long as they're not going to cause a problem, we're okay.
Yeah, we can't.
So, and they technically told us that we can have that if we wanted
Right.
to, but we're not. We got our own stage.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
We the people!
We the people!
Citizens of the United States!
Citizens of the United States!
Understand that we are not a democracy!
Are not a democracy!
We are a constitutional republic!
We are a constitutional republic!
There is a difference!
There is a difference!
Democracy is mob rule!
Is mob rule!
We oppose the Wall Street bailouts. We also oppose the auto bailouts. You see, Occupy, it's crony capitalism is the problem, not capitalism.
My message to the Occupy folks today is we know what we agree upon. We've outlined that. What we disagree on, though, is a very important point. We believe freedom works. We believe that the answer does not lie in what the politicians over here in the Wilson Building can give us by taking from others and giving to us. We don't want that from the Wilson Building. We don't want that from the Capitol. So I hope that you guys leave today with a better understanding that what we mean when we say that freedom works and why we want to limit government. Because a government that can give you everything can take it all away.
President Obama's big government policies are driving Americans to the government plantation. His policies are doing more harm than good. Obama's economic policies are failing, and the numbers are the truth. Today, 67 million Americans rely on government assistance for education, housing, energy, food stamps. Now, more than 70% of the federal government's budget is spent on dependency programs. In 2 years, under President Obama's leadership, more people are dependent on the government.
In the state of Colorado in 2010, the House Committee on Administration found a report that the actual election for the United States Senate race ended up being determined by ghost voters rather than by the real voters of the United States. In Wisconsin, we see this phenomenon. In Philadelphia, in Chicago, in place after place, we see this phenomenon. A solution is simple. A solution is at hand. And I'm asking all of you to join me in supporting this solution. It's a simple one. Everyone should produce a picture-issued government ID card before they cast their vote.
It's such a cold day. I want everyone to be able to get back to work and get warm. So just want to thank everyone for coming out. This was an idea that we had just kind of almost spur of the moment, but it shows just how good the system works. That we can come out here, share the property with the Occupy people, get our viewpoint across, and show that the free market does work, and to get our message out there. See, we're even getting solidarity from them. So,
free market.
but we've had a lot of fun today, and glad for everyone that came out today. But the fun is not over. We're going to be back. We're going to be back until the Ides of March, and we might not have the crowd that we had today. We might have a few more. We might have a few less, but we will be back here until March 15th. So thank you to the occupiers, thank you to the Tea Party people, thank you to the Republicans, the Democrats, the black, the white, the whatever, the people that came out on this very cold day to see how democracy works. As your side says, this is what democracy looks like.
Hi everybody, Dan Joseph with MRC TV. I'm here with Steven Crowder today. You said something when you were up there about the differences between a democracy and a constitutional republic. Why do you think that's so important to this narrative, this debate that these people are trying to facilitate here today?
Well, because democracy can be used as an excuse for mob rule. And that's what I think is important here. People just think, this is, democracy, that means we get what we want. No, you don't. That's not how it really works here in this country. We have a representative system, and there's a reason that it works that way, and the system is never perfect, but as someone coming from a place like Canada where we follow a parliamentary system, I think it's important to delineate between the system that occupiers seem to think that we have and the one that we actually have.
Give us your thoughts on what happened today.
Well, we're here to actually express how we feel about these issues. I'm not sure if necessarily we agree in everything and the way that we want to work against the different issues that we have in our society, but it's nice to see that we can talk about it in a friendly environment that occupiers, the Anarchist Alliance, and the NCPPR have created today. So that was good.
What about you? What were your thoughts on what the speakers were saying? The content of it.
You know, I only agreed with parts of it. I loved the sign that said no crony capitalism, no bailouts. And I do want to make clear that we can't speak for Occupy DC as a whole.
Right.
We're just individuals.
Yes.
But this was a great day for our society. As small as this was, I want to see more things like this happen. You know what? There's so many problems in this country right now. Let's concentrate on what we agree on and not what we disagree upon.
At least no jet.
Yeah, at some point down the road, we're probably going to be on opposite sides of a line. But for now, let's start this dialogue. Let's, those criminals on Capitol Hill want nothing more than to keep us separated, because they would be terrified of the power we would have if we found common ground on these issues and stood side by side for them for a while.
Yes.
They want us to be fighting each other.
And if we can work on the issues that we agree together, we just became stronger. And that's what exactly we need.
It's not us versus them.
Exactly.
It's us versus them on Capitol Hill.